Hello everybody, welcome back to the next part of Professor Layton and the Curious Village. I am so excited to be carrying on with this story. I feel like last time we got quite deep into it, so let's just recap on where we were. In the course of their afternoon-long investigation through St Mystere, Luke and Layton stumble on a rumour about some mysterious kidnappings. The professor has a hunch that Ramon's disappearance and these kidnappings must be connected. In a quest for further details, the intrepid pair continue their search of St Mystere into the night. I think Ramon came back last time, didn't he? I'm sure of that. Let's speak to this guy, Gordon. No matter how I try, I just can't seem to find that special someone. Oh, tell me, Professor, what does an eligible bachelor like myself have to do to find a girl? I had an epiphany the other day that the reason I'm alone is because I can't solve this puzzle. Oh, but how I've tried to solve it. Oh, but no matter how many nights I spend pondering it, the answer eludes me. Please help me, Professor. I mean, I hate to say it, but I don't know if that's the reason why he's not with a woman. Because he can't solve a puzzle. Right, if you want to cut the piece of paper shown in diagram 1 into 2 pieces, and then reassemble them into a rectangle, all you have to do is cut the paper as shown in diagram 2. However, in order to assemble the pieces as shown in diagram 2, you need to flip one of the pieces over before putting them together. Where should you cut the paper if you want to turn the paper in diagram 1 into a rectangle without flipping the pieces? Without flipping them, because that's flipped that side. If you wanted, that would need to be flipped. This is a tricky one. This is what I keep telling you guys. I'm not good with visual puzzles. So that's where it's cut before. But that has to be flipped to go there. So a rectangle is 3 wide. Interesting. Okay. I don't have any hint coins left. The example shape that the puzzle shows you in diagram 2 isn't at all indicative. Think about a totally different shape you'd like to try. The paper has a total of 15 squares. Since you're trying to assemble a rectangle, the only dimensions possible are 3 by 5 or 5 by 3. This is 3 by 5. So what if we do a 5 by 3? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So can it rotate? Is that a thing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm thinking if it was something like that, and then next that wouldn't be able to move down. So it's not that. I'm not gonna lie, guys, I wasn't expecting a puzzle so soon into this into this part. So my head is not in the correct place to be thinking. Let's go for the last one. Look for a piece that can help you complete a rectangle that's 5 squares tall. So we're on the right track. Now that you know the height of your rectangle, you should be able to narrow down your options a little. 1, 2, so something needs to go here. What about here? Yeah, I've looked at all the hints. Look for a piece that can help you complete a rectangle that's 5 squares tall. Now that you know the height of your rectangle... Is it here? So technically I only need... That's still... It needs to have something that's going to stick into this bit. I'm thinking if this goes on the side... Oh, but this one... Oh, okay. How do I get rid of this? I think I've got it. So it needs to be like this. And then this can go here. This bit will fit here. I think that's it. I think I've done it. Won't need to be flipped. Yay!
Critical thinking is
so proud of that one. Once I saw it, it made a lot of sense. Oh joy, I'm positively tingling with excitement. With that puzzle solved, I'm sure you'll be able to find me a bride in no time. Do you have any hint coins in here? Because I'm desperate. Oh, fuck. My shoes cost a month's lodging, yet no one wants to marry this handsome rich bachelor. What am I doing wrong? Tell me the truth, Professor. Is it my hat? Oh, okay, it's not another puzzle. We're fine. I feel quite bad for him. I think all he wants is just a nice lady to settle down with. But yes, I think last time we saw Ramon get taken away by the creepy old guy. We had that cutscene. So we rushed back to the manor and tried to tell Inspector Chelmney. He didn't believe us. And then Ramon turned up like nothing happened. And that's where we ended off, I believe. Inspector Chelmney and Madam have already retired for the night. Ramon is likely off to the cafe. You've had a very hard day, Professor. Do try and get some rest. Good night, sir. Interesting. So Ramon's gone to the cafe. Is that where we need to go? I wonder if we really did just mistake what we saw in the street. No, I'm certain it was Ramon. When we saw him, there wasn't the slightest hint of life in him. He may have lost consciousness, but how odd that he should return healthy as can be an hour later. Stranger still is the fact that he seems to have no memory of what we saw happen to him. It's so peculiar. Plus, Ramon wasn't even the first. Lots of people have seemed to have had the same experience. Any other village would be in a panic over something like this, but St Mystere, well, it's peculiar, that's all. There is something very peculiar about this whole town. Some would say it's a curious village. Yes, in most places no one would stand for this, but we've seen that St Mystere is anything but normal. I think we're starting a new day in St Mystere. See, it's a very cute, quaint little town. Beatrice, yes, don't worry, I'll let him know. Oh, hello there. There was a phone call for you. It was from an Inspector Chell something or other. From Inspector Chelmney? He just kept saying that it was urgent and you should meet him at Reinhold Manor at once. He probably wants to talk about what happened yesterday. Maybe so. We won't know until we get there. Okay, straight back to Reinhold Manor after we look for some hint coins. Because apparently I really need them. Ah, nice, 2 in a row. Statchen scarfing. Statchen scarf? I don't know how to do his laugh. Looks like you fellows are getting used to St Mystere, but stay sharp. Believe you me, you'll be buried in all sorts of difficult puzzles before you can shout Statchin Scarfin. By now, I'm sure you've realised that you can retry the puzzles you failed to solve, eh? However, have you noticed how some puzzles just seem to vanish before you can get back to them? That's right, you see. That's the way it is with some things in life. Once they're gone, they're gone. For good. But rest at ease, you two. Those puzzles you thought had vanished were merely moved somewhere else. You must seek out Granny Riddleton's shack. It's a strange old building, so it should be easy enough to spot. But don't get sloppy just because you know how to retry puzzles now. There's no honour in laziness. Now that you've got the lowdown on puzzle... Okay, we know all this. I think at some point... Oh, we have a puzzle. But yeah, I think at some point I'm going to set aside like a part of this playthrough to do like the mini game puzzles and all of the extra ones at Granny Riddleton's shack that move over. Probably when we get to a point where I need so many puzzles to move to the next part of the game, and I haven't done that much. So we'll see. But here we go. The local museum has an exhibit that spans 9 rooms. As shown in the diagram below, the entrance to the complex is marked by A and the exit is marked by B. The security guard on duty is a bit of a loafer and wants to walk each room of the exhibit while turning as few times as possible. What is the fewest number of rooms he can make while still visiting every room? As an example, the diagram below shows a course that involves 6 turns. So he could just go 1. So these are the rooms. He would turn here. There's 1. Come down. That would... that's not going to work. So he would need to go straight down. There's 2. 3. 4. 5 and 6. So it's not that. What if he goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Damn it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I imagine it's going to be less than 6, because why would they wouldn't, logically thinking, they're not going to tell us that here's a course that involves 6 turns if it's going to be more than 6 or 6, I feel. But I feel like if he comes down, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, could he just go back through? Because that's 5. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then straight out. Because it never says he can't go through the same room twice. Should we try 5?
That should do it. Oh, how embarrassing.
I don't know how it's going to work with 4. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 2. 3. Oh, I don't know. Let's try 4.
That should do it.
It's not 4 either. Is it 6?
I suppose I thought wrong.
Is that simply right? That it's 6 and nothing else?
That should do it.
And it's not 6. Okay.
Oh, how embarrassing.
There's only so many more numbers that it could be. Is this going to be like a trick question where it's 0? Like if he continues walking straight. And doesn't technically turn, just moves his body. Okay, not that.
Oh, how embarrassing.
Maybe I'm looking too deep into it. This is like... So does this count? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this counts as 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know how it could be any less than 5.
Here's my answer. Oh, how embarrassing.
The puzzle shows you an example on purpose, sometimes seeing it... I don't understand it. Is it 2? Is he going to go like straight down into the exit?
Luke, here's my answer.
I don't understand.
Critical thinking is the key to success.
Ah. That's very smart. I will say, I didn't think about that. Oh. Okay, Luke's got a desk. Right, we need to meet Inspector Charmy. So let's head back to the manor. Always searching for hint coins. Let's see if this guy has anything to say. Deek. Hey, Professor. Looking busy as usual? Yep. Oh, I've got this puzzle I just can't figure out on my own here. Can you lend me your thinking cap? Please be an easier one. Below are 6 linked rings. They may look like a tangled mess, but there is one ring that, if cut away, would leave the remaining 5 rings connected end to end in a long chain. Which one must you cut in order to make the chain? Choose one answer from the below. My instinct says no, because that's connected to those 2. That one, A is just connected through B and D. So if D went away, you'd have just A and B. B is connected to A, D, not to E, to C. So that, again, if D went, that's fine. C is connected. But But F is, I think it's D. I'm pretty certain it's D.
There we go.
Yep. We're back on it,
Critical
baby.
thinking is the key to success.
Perfect. Ah, so that's how you do it, yeah? You can finally rest at night. This thing was bugging me for days. Let me tell you something neat. And by neat, I mean really terrifying. The thing is that I've actually seen that old man with the big sack coming out of that tower up north. I bet you dollars to donuts. Never heard that. Dollars to donuts. That he's the one behind all these disappearances. I wonder what he does up there. Wait, no, I don't even want to think about it. It's just too scary. Pile of books. I feel like Layton would like that. Some very sussy things going on. What's this? What's that on the ground? It looks like a scrap of notepaper. What's it say, Luke? Well, let's see here. It's just terrible. Lady Violet has had an awful case of the flu and hasn't left her bed for days. I'm no doctor, so I can't think of any way to help her. Oh, what to do? What to do? Lady Violet. Oh, this journal must be talking about the Baron Reinhold's first wife. My heart is heavy as I write these words. The loss of his wife has completely crushed the boss. If only there was something I could do to help. He walks around looking like he's had the wind knocked out of him. Oh. And that's the end. Gosh, whoever wrote this must have cared an awful lot for the Baron and his family. Indeed. Just want hint coins, please. All of the hint coins. My favourite guy. Hey there, Professor. I bet you're here to solve my puzzle. I'm right, aren't I? Yeah, of course I'm right. The longest path. Two boys are playing a game in which the goal is to take the longest route possible from point A to point B, as shown on the map below. The only rule is that no section of road can be traversed more than once. What course should they take in order to cover the longest distance possible between point A and point B? I feel like with these ones, the trick is to just play around to see how far you can get. See, I feel like we're missing some really big chunks here, so that's probably not the answer. What if we come down like this first? No, because then you can't do that bit. That's probably not it. I feel like it could be that. Let's try that one, and if not, we can go from there.
Here's my answer.
Okay, that's not it.
I suppose I thought wrong.
Give it another shot. As a general rule, you should try to cover as many of the roads as possible. In the example above, it appears that the boy who walked the green path covered quite a bit of distance. However, as shown by the dotted lines, this boy passed up on his way to point B. Let's try, should we try working backwards? See, this is obviously longer than here, and so is this. Probably not it. That's probably not it. Then we're missing such a big chunk. Unless we come down here. Go. No, I don't think that's it. So again, I'm missing out so much. But maybe that is an idea, to go around these blocks like this. Just try and get as much as possible, but then again, we're still missing some really big chunks. In solving this puzzle, many people think they have the answer on their first try, only to discover otherwise. I feel like hint 1 is always like the most obvious. The area that the boys are walking around is a square that's more or less composed of long and short sections of roads. The longest path you draw will form an S shape through the middle of the town. So we go here and then head south. And then apparently we need to do an S shape. Oh, like that. I think that might be it.
Luke, here's my answer.
Yay, we did it!
Every puzzle has an answer.
Every puzzle has an answer. We got there in the end. This is why I need all the hint coins that I can get. Oh, do we have a boat puzzle? Huh? Look, there's a hole in that boat there. It's not very good. Oh, Professor, that reminds me. Have you ever heard the one about the sinking ship? SOS. 15 people are trapped on board a ship that's going to sink in exactly 20 minutes. Their only chance for survival is the 5-person life raft stowed on their vessel. To make matters worse, the water around the ships are teeming with man-eating sharks, so swimming it to safety is out of the question. A round trip to the nearest island of Black and back takes the boat 9 minutes on the raft. How many people will live to see dry land? So 15, and you've got 20 minutes. There only is a 5-person life raft, but someone's got to be steering that, right? So technically it's 4 people and then 1 at the end. So it takes 9 minutes. So in 18 minutes you can do 4, 8, and then I suppose you could get more people off it. So 12, 13, maybe, including the driver, the steerer.
There we go.
Oh, what a guess!
Another puzzle solved.
Okay, before I click forward, my way of thinking, because I don't think I really explained that right. So you have 1 person steering, so that first trip to the island is going to have 5 people on, but only 4 people get off. They then come back and pick up another 4 people and take them to the island, which makes 8 people on the island, 1 person still on the boat. They then come back, so you've got 9, so you're on 18 minutes by the time they're back at the boat for the 3rd time, during which they can pick up another 4 people, which is 4, 8, 12, and take them back, because there's no saying that they can't get on, plus the 1 steerer, driver person, which makes it 13. Yeah, I'm right. A moment of silence for the 2 who didn't make it. Oh, rest in peace. I'm sorry, they tried. Wow, great answer, Professor. It took me 5 times as long to get that one. Sometimes these puzzles are just common sense. I feel like I've played enough Professor Layton now to not get caught out by tricks like that. Well, if it isn't Claudia out and about. And that reminds me of a puzzle. Shock, Professor, shock. Weighing cats. There are 3 different colours of plush cats before you. The colour of a cat denotes its weight. Examples 1 and 2 show their relative weights. You have 3 red cats and 4 black cats loaded on one side of the scale. And on the other side of the scale there are 4 white cats and 1 black cat. Given this setup, will the scale tip left, tip right, or what? Oh, okay, sorry, I'm looking at it. I thought this was the example, and I'm like, but what am I tipping for? So 5 black cats is equivalent to 4 white ones. And 1 white and 2 black. So 2 black is equivalent to 3 red. So I think it's gonna go left.
Well, here's my guess.
Okay, cool. My guess, I figured that the black cats and the red ones are heavier than the white ones. Cool. That was pretty easy. Once you realise how you need to look at things, it's not a terribly difficult problem now, is it? Back to the manor. Let's go and speak to Chelmney. Oh, no one's here. Are you trying to poison me? What are these vile things? You oaf. Some butler you are. Has he been... Oh, Matthew. I'm so sorry, sir. I detest sweets. The very sight of them turns my stomach. Get that plate out of here at once. Oh, yes, but of course. Ah, Layton, there you are. You requested our presence, Inspector Chelmney? My sources tell me that you've been out snooping and interfering in my case. Just what are you up to? Oh well. Certainly wasn't my intention to interfere, however, a few things just don't make sense. Leave the investigating to that of the police and go and chase that golden apple, or whatever it is. Don't you worry your pretty little head about it. I'll find Simon's killer, of that you can be sure. Wow, Chelmney is so rude. I feel like he wasn't as bad in the later games, but in this one he is so unbelievably rude. What do you say we go and ask Ramon about yesterday? That sounds like a good idea. Where is Ramon? Is he going to be out here? He was by the boat, I believe, last time. There he is. Good day, Ramon. How are you feeling today? Fit as a fiddle now, Professor. Perhaps even as vicarious? Vivacious as a violin. Oh, that awful fatigue from last week seems like it never happened. As you can see, I'm bursting with energy and my skin is as soft as a baby's. I feel like a teenager again. Is that so? That's good to hear. He doesn't seem to remember what happened yesterday, does he? He does not, Luke. He does not. Something super sussy is going on. We shall respect the inspector's wishes and leave the murder case alone, Luke. It's as Inspector Chelmney said, solving crime is the police's job. Besides, something tells me that this case and the golden apple are more related than we suspect. That's that intuition of yours talking again, isn't it, Professor? Ah, that intuition. First and foremost, we need to find a clue that will bring us closer to the golden apple. Perhaps one of Baron Reinhold's relations or close friends can help us. Of course, there's something else. Let's see if the family butler. Okay, let's go and see Matthew again. Ooh, chapter 5. The hunt begins. It's finally time to start the search for the golden apple. Explore St Mystere for clues. We finally, 5 hours in almost, and we're finally doing what we came here to do. Also, have I missed a puzzle? I don't remember, like, not doing a puzzle. Hi, Matthew. Back so soon, Professor? Matthew, I was wondering if you knew anything that could point us in the direction of the golden apple. Anything you know would be a great help. For example, did the Baron say anything before he passed away? So sorry to disappoint you, Professor, but the Master never said anything of the sort to me. I'd very much like to help you in your search, but my duties here prevent me from leaving the grounds. Poor guy. If only Ingrid was around to provide some assistance. I beg your pardon, sir. Ingrid? It's been years since she left, but Ingrid used to work as a servant in the mansion. She was Flora's nurse, and she often helped me with my... Matthew! Yes, madam, I'll be right there. Please excuse me, sir, the lady calls. If you're curious about Ingrid, why not pay her a visit and talk to her yourself? Let's see, at this time of day, I imagine she's out walking around the general store. Is she the old lady one that keeps giving us shitty puzzles? Indeed, we also saw in that picture of young... Oh, are we on about... Oh, that's Ingrid. Not the woman I was thinking of. The general store is just outside the mansion. Okay. So, let's head... Oh, this way. Oh, there she is. Sweet old Ingrid. Oh, goodness me. Is it... If... Oh, goodness me. If it isn't Mr. Layabout, was it? Oh, bitch. The name's Layton, madam. That's right, Mr. Layton. What can I do for you, sir? Earlier, we were talking with the butler at the Reinhold Manor, and he mentioned you used to work there. We'd very much like to hear anything you might know about the Baron. Heavens me, you want to hear about the Baron? I'm afraid the only stories I have are from when I worked at the manor, and that was ages ago. That would be ideal, madam. Would you mind telling us one? Alright, well, I suppose I could tell you a bit about the Baron and his former wife. The way Master Reinhold and his wife would carry on, they almost seemed to be like children. You'd never seen a man so in love as Master Reinhold was. And when she passed away, Flora was all the Baron had to remember her by. So he raised that little girl with all the love a child could want. The things he'd bring home for her, toys from all over the world and teddy bears as big as yourself. He was in high spirits those days. He really wanted to give her 2 parents' worth of affection. So where is Flora gone? Your guess is as good as mine, sir. I have no clue where that girl went. She left the mansion well after I stopped working for the Reinholds. Some say Lady Dahlia put Flora on the street to keep the family riches to herself, but that's nonsense. After all, the Baron cared about Flora so much, I can't imagine that he'd allow something like that. You know, you just reminded me. The grave of the Baron's late wife is located at the Manor Garden. I wonder who takes care of it now. The Baron's former wife is buried in the garden. Thank you, madam. You've been extremely helpful. Okay, back to the manor again. Very interesting. Look at Matthew! Where is he pacing? Good day, Professor. Were you able to track down Ingrid? Yes, we did in fact. We were just speaking with her. I mean no disrespect, but she said that the grave of the Baron's late wife lies on these grounds. Do you have any knowledge of this? Lady Violet's grave, sir? I was just about to visit it myself. Oh. Let's go. Let's go visit Lady Violet. Here's the entrance, sirs. Please watch your step on the way in. This music is beautiful. This is Lady Violet's grave. Gosh, this place is really nice. It's not creepy at all. The late Baron, rest his soul, told me to keep this place in proper order, and I have tried to do so. Here sleeps Violet, my one true love. Oh, the statue looks so much like Lady Dahlia, it's hard to believe it's someone else. Back when Flora was just a tiny little thing, Lady Violet used to take her to the park in town. Some of the flowers in the garden grew from the ones Flora planted here for her mother. How sweet. Oh, I forgot to tell you about the Baron's journal. It should still be in the desk in Madam's room. It's possible that it might contain some information. Ah, that's good. My thanks, Matthew. I'll be sure to give it a once over later. Isn't that kind of rude? Like to go snooping in Lady Dahlia's room to find a diary? Is it in this? Oh, no. Not that way. I'm guessing it's this way then. Here we go. Is it these? Aha. This must be the journal that Matthew spoke of. I have to admit, he seems to know where everything in the manor is. There's something about reading someone else's journal that just doesn't seem proper to me, right? Snooping. However, the investigation must continue, so... The craftsmanship of it is simply remarkable. It reminds me of my sweet Violet when she was alive. What do you suppose it refers to? Flora doesn't like the thing at all. I've seen her run away from it on multiple occasions. Recently, she spends more time playing by dear Violet's grave more than anywhere else. Sad to say, but I doubt Flora will ever take to it. I can't blame her, as I've changed its memory. I felt terrible forcing that to change on Flora, but I just couldn't bear to see it like that anymore. Violet, there can never be another you. You are my first, my last, my only. Changed its memory? Not sure what the Baron means, but this is clearly vital information here. I collapsed some days ago and have been bedridden ever since. I feel as if I failed Flora as a father. I can only hope that when I'm gone, the people of the village will look after Flora and care for her as I did. He must have been terribly ill. It seems that I am not long for this world, and the time has come for me to say goodbye to my little Flora. I've left everything in Bruno's care now. Flora, I pray you find happiness in this life. This is so sad, I'm actually going to cry. I disclosed the location of a secret place in a note that I've left with an old friend. It is my most fervent hope that the seeker of the golden apple finds it and grants my dearest wish. Professor, Baron Reinhold's old friend. We must seek out this person, Luke. But Professor, how can we possibly find that person with nothing but this journal to go on? Haha, it's like I always say, Luke, any good investigation starts on the street. We'll just have to ask everyone in town about the matter. What? I mean, of course, you're absolutely right, Professor. Let's get to it. Of course, any good investigation also needs direction. Let's start out by asking Ingrid a few questions. She seems to know a great deal about Baron Reinhold. Are they talking about the statue? Oh my, everyone's here. Oh, Professor, how fortunate that you're here at a time like this. I have a favour to ask of you. Please, madam, ask away. I'm happy to come to your aid in any way I can. Thank you, Professor. Could you solve this puzzle for me? Great. How old is Mum? A father and son are having a conversation. The father turns to the son and says, "You know, son, there was a time when your old man was twice the age of your mother. Of course, the next year I was only 1.5 times her age, but still, that's pretty amazing, eh? If the father is 40 years old, how old is the mother? There was a time when your old man was twice the age of your mother." I mean, if we work backwards, 44 divided by 1.5, I think would be the way to go. I need a calculator. 44 divided by 1.5 equals 29. Divided by 2 equals 14. I don't think they're going to tell us that the mum's 14. I guess, do we just do like a guess? So there was one point when your old man was twice the age of your mother. Times by 2 is 36. 19 times by 1.5. 20 times by 2 equals 40. The next year, 21 times by 1.5 is 31. Oh my goodness. You just need to find the difference between the father's age and the mother's age. At what ages are the two parents separated by 2 times the age of the mother? There's only one point where the father's age can change from twice to 1.5, 1 year after 1 year. From the father's age to change from twice the mother's age, both parents would have had to be very, very young. Oh, so we are going young. So let's start with 5. Times by 2 equals 10. And then the next year times by 1.5 is 9. Let's try 4 times by 2 equals 8. And 5 times by 1.5. 0.5 equals 7.5. Let's try 6 times by 2 equals 12. 7 times by 1.5 equals 10.5. 7 times by 2 equals 14. 8 times by 1.5 equals 12. 8 times by 2 equals 16. 9 times by 1.5 is 13.5. Is it less than that? 3 times by 2 equals 6. And 4 times by 1.5 equals 6. So that's 2 years difference. So the mother is 42, I think.
That should do it.
What?
Oh, how embarrassing.
Did I do that? Oh no, it's because it's... So is there 3 years difference? So it would be 41. I think I got my wires crossed.
There we go.
Ah,
I suppose I thought wrong.
well, so 3 times 2 is 6, and 4 times 1.5 is also 6. Father and son are having a conversation. You know, son, there was a time when your old man was twice the age of your mother. Of course, the next year, I was only 1.5 times her age, but still, that's pretty amazing, huh? So maybe it's not that. Is the father... So the father's got to gain a year. Let's do 4 times 2 equals 8. 5 times by 1.5, 7.5. 2 equals 6. 4. That also equals 6. 6 times by 2 equals 12. 7 times by 1.5 is 10.5. Is it 1? 1 times by 1 equals 1. 2 times by 1.5 equals 3. 2 times 2 equals 4. And 3 times 1.5 equals 4.5. I think I'm just going to guess at this point. Because I don't know why it's not the answers I thought. Ooh.
Ah, I suppose I thought wrong.
This is meant to be real easy and it's not.
That should do it.
I don't understand.
Another puzzle solved.
When the boy's father was 2 years old, his mother was 1. The next year, he turned 3 and she turned 2. Oh. I feel like I worked that out and that wasn't the case. A splendid painting. Is Charmy gonna have a puzzle? Yep. Of course. The mysterious note. Is it the death note? A detective who was merely days from cracking an international smuggling ring has suddenly gone missing. While inspecting his last known location, you find a note. The note appears to be nothing more than a series of numbers, but your gut instinct tells you that this note will reveal the name of the crime kingpin. My guess is that it's going to be John, because I'm going to say that this one's like the first letter, second letter, third and fourth. But for Bill and Todd, these two would need to be the same, and they're not. So I'm going to guess John.
That should do it.
What?
Oh, how embarrassing.
Oh, examine the note from all angles. I go upside down. Bill is... Oh, it's Bill. That was so clever. I love a good puzzle like that.
There we go. Critical thinking is the key to success.
There we go. Bill is boss. He sells oil. Dear me. We're on a roll. I don't want to talk to this guy because he's going to tell me how lonely he is. Let's go find Ingrid again and see if... Oh, she's there. See if she's got anything else to tell us. Oh, look who it is. Professor Ladle. Was it? The name's Layton, madam. Oh, that's right. Professor Layton. All that talking about the mansion we did got me reminiscing, so I decided to stop by for a visit. But enough about me. By the look on your face, it seems that you have something you want to ask me. As a matter of fact, I do. Do you happen to know who Baron Reinhold considered his close friends? His friends, you say? Well, he wasn't exactly what you'd call a social butterfly. I'm sorry, that's really all I knew of his friends. Oh, wait a moment. I do believe that I saw that Zapon fellow pay a visit to the mansion a few times. He's the one that is, says that he's a detective and refers to Layton as a detective, I believe. So let's head back and see if we can speak to him. Do we have another cat puzzle? I'm so tired today, and I don't know why. What's E? According to the diagram shown here, A equals 2, B equals 3, and D equals 4. C equals 3. What does it relate to? A equals 2. Is it like these lines? It's 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. Oh, and then C is 1, 2, 3. D is 1, 2, 3. Oh. What? Is it 4? There's 4 lines. Oh. Try 4.
There we go.
It's not that.
Frankly, I'm ashamed.
It governs the value of each letter. Is it how many it's touching? So this is touching 1 and 2. 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. Ah, so this one's touching 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is it 5?
There we go.
Yay!
Another
Did
puzzle
we...
solved.
The thing is, like, sometimes I get these answers, but they don't match why. Yes, we are right. Perfect. Look at that. Gosh, I was so sure I'd come up with a really good puzzle, but it was still too easy. That was a good puzzle. I enjoyed that one. Lucy Goosey, what do you have for us? Good afternoon, mister. Hey, I'll tell you a secret if you solve this puzzle for me. It's about a girl who's about to have her birthday. Birthday girl. Oh, it's another... When asked about her birthday, a young woman gives the following information. The day after tomorrow, I turn 22, but I was still 19 on New Year's Day last year. When is her birthday? Okay. So let's think about this. New Year's Day last year. So let's say that was last year, 2023. She was 19. In 2024, she's 2021. She's in 2024, she's 21. But in 2 days, she's going to be 22. So that means that somewhere in 2023, she turned 20. And then, oh no, 'cause she needs to. So 2023, New Year's Day, January 1st, 2023, she's 19. In 2024, she needs to be 21. So somewhere early on in 2023, is it like January 2nd? So let's say January 2nd she turns 20. So January 2nd, 2023, she's 20. A year on, January 2nd, 2024, she turns... It must be January 2nd. January 2nd, 2024, she turns 21. Let's say it's December 31st of 2024. She's still 21, but in 2 days' time, she's going to be 22. 1 day 2. Oh. Do we have to do it as like 01? The day is 02.
There we go.
No.
Oh, how embarrassing.
I'm so sure I had it. The first thing you should do is determine what day this exchange is taking place. Hopefully these 2 points. So age last year. A year, on the other hand, is much larger period. Still 19. So let's do it. New Year's Day 2022. She's 19. I am sure it's January. I don't know why it's not January 2nd. If her birthday is in 2 days, it will have to be after New Year's Eve. That's right, it will be a new year by the day after tomorrow. So, is it like January 3rd? So I don't know if part of it is just because I'm not typing it out right. I'm going to try January 2nd again.
Frankly, I'm ashamed.
But put it as just 1 and 2.
Luke, here's my answer.
Oh, come on. So I had it right in the beginning, but because I put 01 and 02... Oh, that's so annoying. I knew it couldn't not be that. That's really irritated me. Oh. Okay. Here's the guy. I'm so annoyed by that. Close friends of the Baron. It's true, I had the pleasure of meeting Baron Reinhold a few times. Mr. Zappone, why didn't you happen to be... Oh, you didn't happen to be good friends with the Baron, did you? Me? Oh no, I was nothing of the sort. Can you think of anyone at all that was close to Baron Reinhold? No, I didn't really know him. Well, there was that one possibility. No, wait, never mind, I'm not sure. Just tell us. Yes, I'm afraid he was no help at all. Suppose that means we're back where we started. But at least we can be sure that this close friend we're after is a resident. We mustn't give up. Let's go around town. Look at all these hint coins. But anyway, I suppose on that note, we shall end it. I don't quite know what to think. I'm still really annoyed about that puzzle. I'm not gonna lie. But I think that we're finally getting into the nitty-gritty of it. We're learning some answers. We are searching far and wide for the golden apple, which is what we came to do. And I'm excited to see how everything ties together. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this part. Sorry that not really much happened like the last part. But I hope you enjoyed it and come back for the next one. Bye everyone!